Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of MMO Mondays. My name is Trey.
I'm Rungering.
And we got some Nazguls to find tonight.
Yeah.
Just one, thankfully, but still.
All right. So we should be able to run up.
Joked about finding a Nazgul?
Yeah.
It's not a thing I wake up in the morning and go, oh yeah, I can't wait to hunt some Nazgul today.
But do you know which Nazgul?
Don't.
Is it the Sword of Lebanon? Each one's got a title.
Yeah.
I can't remember them all. The Sword of Lebanon, I remember that one.
I do not remember. The only one I remember is the Witch King.
Yeah, the Witch King is they all got a title, daggum it.
The Witch King of Angmar. Bonus points in the chat if you remember their titles.
Right? Like this way.
We have not yet done the code.
We haven't. No.
We do need to do the code. You are right. You are correct.
Yeah,
I have the code.
But no, not going to tell you that.
Thank you, Remos.
Right? Well, we were down. I got to go find Nona.
The code is Regen Food, all one word.
Regen Food. Regen Food.
I did not capitalize any of it for some reason. There we go.
There we go. All right.
That's funny now. The when you get 5 LOTRO points for doing a deed, it shows up in your transaction history now. That's funny.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can see how much you got from playing.
Yeah.
If you have a lot of characters, you get a lot.
You do, and if you're willing to grind out like reputation, like you go sit in the over there by Bree and get max reputation, you will get quite a few.
It adds up fast.
Yeah. First time you upgrade rep, you'll get 5. The next time you upgrade it, you get 10. Next time you upgrade it, 15, then 20.
I went the wrong way. I'm heading to you now. I got lost. I like expansions.
Yeah?
I get excited when expansions come out. I'm sad that we're so far away from this expansion that I won't see it for months.
Now look. There should be a really cool quest in this missed opportunity. It's going to take a while before you see Legolas again.
Yeah.
Do that. It's be to take his arrow back to him from the throat of this thing.
Oh, okay.
But they don't do it, though.
Oh,
it would be a cool quest.
That would be really cool. No.
All right. We're going to make this larger.
Not what we need to know.
So we have learned much of this creature, but now we need to know. Where has its rider gone, and what cruel fate has kept us a step behind it at every turn?
It's a very good point, Remos.
Right?
Hey,
What's up, Will?
The creature was looking for something.
A solo quest.
We need to think.
All right, I'm dropping.
This rider. What was the word you used? Nazgul. This creature was looking for something. We need to think. It brought us on a chase through these lands, but I cannot tell you what it sought, or if it found what it desired. We have no choice but to return to the village of the Horse Lords. I will wait outside while you speak with that man, Horn. We are strangers in this land. He is not. He may know of a place we have not yet searched.
Okay.
Let us talk on the way back to the village of the Horse Lords.
Yeah, it's going to port us back to Stangard.
Stangard.
Oh, the Dunlending girl? I thought they would have returned to Stangard by now. Did some trouble before them on the road?
We have a long way to go, and much as I wish we did not need to refuge at the town of the Horse Lords, it seems we must. We have lost the trail of this creature, this wraith of which you speak, and until we can learn where it has gone, we are only wasting time. It is frustrating to know our purpose and be unable to accomplish it.
Okay. Let us keep walking, no?
Let us keep walking. Yep, we're going to keep walking. Long ago, there was a man named Freka who lived among the horse lords. Wealthy and strong, his hair was dark, like that of my people. He had Dunlandish blood in his veins. He desired a match between his son Wolf and the king of the horse lords. This king, Helm the Hated, refused Freka's offer. He lured Freka to a desolate, will you slow down? Desolate place alone, and slew him with treachery. And then, what? What is it?
Yeah, she went through that real fast.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I'm ready to fight.
Fight.
I'm gonna fight the Kundalar.
You don't know how strong my lightning is.
Give these guys a couple punches. Let's get off the main path. All right, we'll get off the main path, girl. Let's go.
5 more LOTRO points. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Run off into the weeds with you. Let's go.
Oh no.
Oh, look who has dread all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Do you feel that? Look, we're out here in the reeds alone. Don't be asking me what I feel. Let's go up among the rocks. Okay. Let's go up among the rocks. We're good. Alright, let's get up here. Something is near. It must be the wraith we have sought. It makes my blood run cold. Nona looks at you with wide eyes, and you are suddenly reminded that she has not had much experience with creatures of such evil. She puts her hand on the hilt of Wadu's sword, her sword, and her former fright is replaced with grim determination. We found it. Now what do we do with it? I hear something.
We don't normally cover drama with YouTubers, Remus, but I have definitely seen it. And not super pleased.
Sniffling snuffer. Do you see that? Shut up, Nona.
Hurry up, Rundgren.
We're up here with there. It's a Nazgul. I'm not going nowhere, no.
Don't come this way. No, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. No.
Yeah. What's up? It's a wounded Nazgul.
No, I'm gonna debuff it. Oh, okay.
Ha! Coward! Another sword flashes with a bright light. The Nazgul runs. More Easterlings. You guys are nothing. I am not worried about you guys. I still have a little bit of dread, but
Baby, Remus.
the big one is running. I'm gonna go catch him.
This
Oh.
is intolerable.
I will not run from you. I'm your better. My people have powerful friends. I will show them how strong a man of Kundahar can be. All right. I will show you how tough a headbutt can be.
He didn't last long.
Yeah, right. Suddenly, a woman's scream pierces the stillness. Nona's in trouble. No. Pick up this torch. You hastily grab the fallen torch, burning your hand.
Back!
Back, get back, back, I've got fire.
Oh, no.
Nona lies crumpled on the ground before you, soaking in the blood from a sword wound in her side. She struggles
Trey.
weakly to speak. See what you let happen, Trey?
I know.
The effort is too great for her. She needs the aid of a healer if she's to survive the wound. In the back of your mind, one more question refuses to go away. From what blade did she take this wound?
Yep.
Did an Eastern blade cause this injury? Or was it the blade of the Nazgul? You prepare yourself for a long journey back to Stangard with Nona.
Turned around for 30 seconds, Nona.
Come on!
That's why they wouldn't let us do it in a group, because one of us could have stayed with her.
Yeah. You're in Stangard now. How you feel about that?
I like Stangard.
Is everything all right? Nona's breathing is ragged and shallow, and the gash in her side still bleeds around the cloths with which you tried to staunch it. When you brought her to Stangard, she was barely conscious. You found Horn near the entrance and begged for his people to tend to Noah's hurts. He sought out the leader of Stangard to see what could be done, and has not yet returned. What were we saying? Nothing. You just lay there. Rekka? Wolf avenged?
Oh boy.
What did she say? Nothing. She's hurt. She's delirious. Shut up. She mentioned Wolf, Dunlending traitor.
You really gotta do this right now, buddy?
They don't like each other. His treacherous father tried to kill Mighty Helm. Then his son invaded Rohan and set upon the throne. Let her die, I say. Whatever made that sword stroke did my people a favor.
Avik, I planted your crops for you, man.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Horn's back. I have a decision. I did my best for you. But you are not going to be pleased. He did not understand why we should heal the hurts of this Dunlending girl. Eventually, he relented somewhat, and he has agreed that our healers will do what they can for the girl. What? Heal the girl? Horn, this cannot be a decision. Oh, if I could punch NPCs.
Right.
There's a condition. Our healer will see to the girl's wounds, but she must relinquish all claim to the sword she carries.
She won't take that deal. She
No.
won't do it.
It is a sword of Rohan. It belongs with us. No. In Stangard, that is the price of her life. I am sorry. This is the message I was given.
I helped all of you. Don't do this to my friend.
Do not let them. Nona struggles to speak, but the effort is too great for her to make out the words. She beseeches you with wide eyes, but you cannot meet her stare. Your gaze keeps returning to the blood soaking the floor beneath her. She tries again. Wadus, it was. You cannot give the Rohirrim what they demand. There has to be another way to save her life. Gandalf, where are you?
Right.
I would die first. Don't be a fool. Our healer can save your life.
Unhelp them now.
Right. I know our people are enemies, but you should not die this way. How would you have me die?
That's a good question. In this situation.
Not for a sword. Your friend is as hard-headed as the most stubborn of my folk. She should give Theoden King lessons in being headstrong. Hey, be careful what you say around here.
Right.
There has to be some other way, Ragnar. You spoke of the Elf Witch in the woods to the north along Anduin. My people shunned that place as a den of evil glamour, but if there was a power that could heal this girl, Horn glowers at you, his eyebrows knitted together angrily. A pox on her. I will not have her blood on my hands or on her own. Lead us to this Elf Witch. I have heard the tales. Perhaps she will be unable to bewitch me if I'm expecting it. What did you ever bring this girl to Stangard? Well, why did you ever bring this girl to Stangard? It's not her place. Horn gazes at the middle distance, and in a quiet voice he continues. In Stangard is a sword valued more highly than the life of a girl? What sort of man would willingly serve in such a place? He shakes his head, and the urgency returns to his voice. Well, for what are you waiting? Let us go at once.
I tried to fix their problem. They were on the path to being better in Stangard.
Okay. If you notice, we didn't go back to Thingol.
Yeah.
He had us go
Straight.
yeah, right in the middle of the Golden Wood, Lothlorien.
Yeah.
I will never call my people distrustful again. The blindfold felt somewhat unnecessary to me. Only the most urgent of need has driven me here, and I would not want to return. Horn's face softens, and his brow creases worry. Do you think the girl will recover? I saw the way the elves looked at her wound. Whatever they saw there, they did not like it. It's not an Easterling blade. What does that mean for her? What is wrong? Have you seen this before?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how this whole thing started. Shh, my girlfriend's coming. Gladriel, what's up? You are so tall. I have done what I can. The danger has passed. The wound was deep, but it did not fester. And yet I did not wish to leave this girl to the care of my healers. The risk that her wound was caused by a Morgul blade, and that she could become a wraith like the creature you encountered that night, compelled me to heal her hurts personally. If that had proven the case, I would have ended her suffering. It would have been a mercy, and necessary to safeguard Lothlorien, and indeed all lands. Do you think me cruel? I am glad it did not come to that. I do not believe her wound was caused by a Morgul blade, and it is my hope and belief she will live. I am surprised. We will speak more of it later, away from watchful ears. The girl Nona is sleeping. When she is awake, you will be brought to her, for now you should rest. Dream no troubling dreams. In Lothlorien, your rest will be peaceful. I am certain of it. What relief, I can hardly believe it. I feared the worst. There's clearly some glamour on this land. I feel as if I could take on any foe and achieve victory, or cross any landscape, no matter the obstacles. Your elf witch work wonders. Only song could do justice to her powers of healing. The relief I feel, it is overwhelming. The girl will live. And unless it is rude to ask, I would like to return to the forest for now. I will return to Stangard by myself, but I would like to see you again. Once the girl is recovered, bring her as well. If I am to compose a song of your adventure, I will need both of your accounts, after all.
Along the banks of the
Cutscene.
great river, you evaded a great evil, but not without cost. The girl Nona was brought before me, wounded and in pain. I did for her what I could, but her fate is not yet clear to me.
Oh, then.
Yes.
I have discovered the House of Celeborn.
Yeah, me too.
Celeborn?
Okay, book 6,
Yeah.
chapter 12.
You have journeyed far and have come very close to death.
You have
and
journeyed
sadness.
far and come very close to death and sadness, and yet still you skirt the gravest danger and come safely through the other side. I hope that our mutual friends fare as well. I told you earlier I had nothing to do with your dream, and this was true, but when you described your visions to me, I did not tell you everything I suspected. It seemed clear to me that your path must cross one of the 9. I believed the girl would die, and yet, unbelievably, she did not. Either through your actions or hers, you both escaped the clutches of Nazgul, and either through curious good fortune or powers unknown to me, our mutual friends seem to have outdistanced its pursuit. But there is no rest for we who worry for the safety. The Nazgul is not the last danger they will face. They and you are not free of the evil's clutch just yet. Rest a time, but not for long. There are plans to be made. We will speak again soon. Get the Karis Galador mirror.
That leads into...
Yeah, that goes to
7.
the next one.
Nice. We finished book 6.
Yes. Book done. Starting book 7.
It is
Nice.
only time for you to depart again.
Within the woods of Lorien, guests of Lord Celeborn can recover from their hurts and toils of a long road. It is my hope this reprieve was of use to you. In these dark days, no time of rest is as long as we might wish it to be. It is nearly time for you to depart again. With one motion of a lovely arm, Galadriel directs your gaze to the flets that cling to the bole of the tree. Nona has made a full recovery, as she could have, and a greater one than I expected of her. She is waiting for you at the ladder down from these flets. I've made it known that it is my will she be permitted free movement within the hedges of Karis Galadorn. Show her the city of the Galadrim. We will speak in my garden when she is satisfied with her exploration of what the city has to offer.
Okay.
Okay. Do not jump off this.
Yeah. It takes you somewhere bad when you respawn?
No, not necessarily, but you will just respawn. Hey,
Oh.
Nona.
They tell me I was close to death. I remember very little of it.
Change your voice.
Yeah, they
It makes it
did.
sound kind of weak and pathetic. It
Yeah.
hurts my heart.
That's not the Nona I know. I thought at first it was just like she was whimpering almost when she was saying it, but no,
Yeah.
it is a different voice actress, isn't it?
I don't know if it is. It's just it's got a different
Yeah.
tone to it. Very much more. Not more like I'm gonna rip your head off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Nona smiles weakly at you. They tell me I was close to death. I remember very little of it. I remember a creeping shadow, and a chill, cold as ice, and her eyes narrow. The men of that town would not heal me unless I gave them my sword. But you spoke against it, and so did that man. What was his name?
Horn.
I should thank him for that kindness, even though he is of the horse folk, and we should not trust him too far. The lady of the Elfwoods told me that I could see her city before we departed, if I were well enough. I tell you that I am. This place is a marvel, though my own people would not wish to live here. Bring me to some of the notable locations of the city. We have some time before we must depart, do we not? All right. Can we group back up? Let's see if we can.
That's exactly what I was just trying to do.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, Remas, I'm reserving judgment until we hear his statement, but not happy about it all. That's the extent of what I'll say for now.
Get over here and talk to this guy.
I went the wrong way.
Oh, come on, get out of the pool. Get out of the pool. There we go. Over here by Hurien.
Yeah, I went the wrong way. It's gonna take me a minute to get there. You can go ahead and start reading.
Okay.
This is a place of quiet contemplation.
This is Calurian, the white fountain of Kairos Caladon. It is a place for quiet contemplation where elves of Lorien are free to enjoy the sound of the water in the pool and feel the soft breeze on the skin. Hurien looks at Nona dismissively, and you can tell that despite Galadriel's words, not every elf is pleased to have the Dunlending girl within the borders of Lorien. Others can admire the fountain as well, of course. Hurien finishes with a sniff.
I do like that we're allowed here, though. And I like to believe it's because we were friends with Radir and Akhnador.
Yeah. Everything that we went through in Markwood.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, no, they know this guy's going to stand by some elves.
Yeah. But this girl?
I don't know her. We'll go up this flat. That's here, yeah? Is it up here? Maybe not. Oh, it's here.
Delane.
It's up a lower. Yeah.
No, it's okay to ask, absolutely. I'm trying to reserve judgment, but it's I've been a fan of him for a long time, and it's not a great look.
Yeah. I do have some questions, but
Yeah. So I'm waiting to see some more information, but I'm not super stoked about it all. But you don't ever have to feel bad for asking
We
a
see
question.
so few
Wow.
visitors to Karas Galathon.
I'm sorry, we see so few visitors to Gareth Galadorn. That's our hospitality is perhaps what is not what it should be. It seems a very confusing place, with flats built on multiple levels of the Great Melin, with winding stairs and bridges crossing the breezy gaps. Anglamel laughs, a delicate and musical sound. You catch Nona's brief scowl at the airy tones, but Anglamel does not. I've heard it said that Karas Galadorn is as maze-like as the cities of the dwarves. But if this slander is true, at least our maze is above the ground, lit by a glow of the sun and a cool glimmer of the stars. I would forgive any amount of confusion for those dual boons.
Also, I hate that you have to specify Twit X, but it's so true.
It is
Right.
a wonder, I will grant you that.
Yeah, see? It is, Nona. It is a wonder.
It's not super maze-like. It's just a little confusing.
It is. Go down the stairs. Down the stairs. Or ramp, or whatever the crap this is.
I think I almost went the wrong way again, but I found Talain Bangad. And I'm now somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe it is a maze.
A little bit. But it's kind of big. It's like 3 stories, and a couple places 4 stories. Some places only 2 stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This is saying we're gonna have an ad break here in 55 seconds. We'll see.
He's like, well,
Sometimes when they got cool stuff in them.
yeah. While we're in our ad break, I'm gonna take a sip.
And we're not. Yeah, we got. It's gonna end here in just a minute. I'm gonna get over here. Okay, the flood's up there. Okay. Sip of coffee.
I went the wrong way, but I have found you. Just took me a while to get here, that's all.
I think we have to go up on this other flat here.
Up here?
Yeah, and go across. It's been a while since my father told me of the city.
Yeah.
Yes, I haven't been here in a while.
Maze-like levels are the best.
They can be. They can be.
No, please do not ever feel bad for asking a question. If I don't want to answer it, I just won't answer it. Put
Assassin's
actual
Creed.
reasons to say, yeah. Have you played the original, didn't you?
Original Assassin's Creed?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know if he was talking about Assassin's Creed or Armored Core.
Oh, that's a good point. The original Assassin's Creed, some of those levels are, woof.
I have to go up again.
I think I found him over here,
Oh, there he is. Okay, good, dude.
next to the Runekeeper trainer.
Ludros. Can't. Selection, there we go.
The Malor
I ain't talking about Armored Core, see?
Okay.
Bring your mouth like you knew something.
That's also fair, though.
Okay, then. No, I haven't played that one.
Why do so many games have the same shorthand?
There's only so many words in the English language, okay?
That's true.
I still don't know what DOME stands for.
You never will. You never will.
Yeah. All right. The mallow trees of Lothlorien are the mightiest to be found anywhere in the waning years of Middle Earth. It was once not so, but the passage of time and the spreading of darkness has caused much that was once great to wither and diminish. So it would be with the elves where we to stay. Already we have stayed too long. Ludros looks sideways at Nona, but she seems not to notice. It will soon be the time of man, and who can say how that race will deal with the challenges that lie ahead? These Melon support the Telan Galadrim, the flats on which much of our work in the city is done. Without them, little could be accomplished. I hope the same will not be said of the elves when we have departed.
Yeah, I'm unhappy about that as well, Remoz, but I understand. I get it. Yeah, Resident Evil 4 again.
Yeah. That's kind of dumb.
Yeah, that one we can commiserate on all night long because it's so dumb that
Galadriel wanted to speak with you in her garden?
Yes.
Armored Core 6 is one of the best-selling games of the year. It
Right.
had an explosive launch, not
Yeah.
even considered.
Right. Starfield's probably on there as like an automatic. They get like a buy.
Right.
I'm like, no, they automatically get on there.
Resident Evil 4 shouldn't be able to win again. It's the same game, just like with a few changes.
Right. It's like, look, we made it prettier.
You'll hear my whole rant about that tomorrow.
Okay.
Also, when the next Gundam Game Day is, we're going to do Liza P till we finish it on Fridays, and then after that, we will do a Gundam stream to try and, like,
Yeah.
de-escalate? That's not the word I'm looking for. You stuck down there, buddy?
We go to the garden. Look, we'll let you in a little secret. The Lord of the Rings movies, Kate Blanchett plays Galadriel.
Yeah.
All right. There's Kate Blanchett is attractive. She's very intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
But the scene where Frodo at the mirror, where
Yep.
she's like, she just watches him. That's like one of the sexiest things I ever saw. It's like, that's a woman. It was nice.
I took the high road and you took the low road.
It worked out. Get around here to her garden.
Rogan can see bubble Spain. We're gonna have to bring it back because we can't find the clip. We're going to get a new Funnel Fam clip. Is this the hedge maze over here, or is it just hedges?
It's just hedges that run down. I gotta go around them.
Okay.
Down through here. Past Lost Dirith. Into the garden.
Pardon me, sir. And my bog creature that follows me. We were here recently with Gandalf. In an instance.
Yes. Lady Galadriel.
I hope you enjoyed your respite.
I hope you enjoyed your respite. It brings me sadness to tell you it must be ended. Get out!
Pretty much.
I spoke to you once of the danger that awaited our mutual friends on the road. Their circumstances are hidden to me, but I have seen enough in my mirror to worry. Those few of the wise who know of their errand have known a simple truth since they departed.
Right.
As they move further south, they move closer to the point of decision they can delay, but not avoid. They cannot leave the great river without making this decision. Do they continue south and east to Mordor, or do they pass through the cities of men and thereby take a longer road to the fire? The ring-bearer must go to Mordor, but who will choose to go with him? I fear for the company. Peer into my mirror and see if the visions are as troubling for you as they are for me.
Let's peer into mirror. GB3 would be the right choice, but I think at the end of Gundam Evolution I said we'd play GBO2 next time.
Time has come for Frodo to make a big decision.
Yeah?
So we're gonna. So at the end of this, you should know exactly where we are movie-wise,
Okay.
right? Book-wise too, but I know you've seen the movie. I don't think
Yeah,
you've
I read the books.
Okay.
I've seen the movies much more recently than the last time I read the books, but
We always knew that the company of the ring would face the
Have I
difficult
told you
decision of what road to take. We simply
when I
did not know how
okay.
soon.
I was reading The Two Towers while my leg was getting operated on by a doctor.
Oh, okay.
It was great.
Right on. Come on, Frodo. Make this bigger. I can't make it bigger. Oh my gosh. Well, Frodo,
Might be easier to read it off of my screen.
the choice upon us. Yeah, maybe so. Well, Frodo, the choice upon us is upon us at last. In Riverdale, you were appointed the bearer of a great burden, and this company has escorted you through the wilderness, beneath the mountains and along the great river. All of us have done so in friendship and with the understanding of the Erin's great need. But now the path splits. Boromir had said from the beginning that his road leads to Minas Tirith and the war against the shadow that must surely be coming. But that way is not the way to the fire, and it is to the fire that your burden must be carried. What is the fate of this company? Do we go to Boromir City or to Minas Tirith, or do we cross the river and make for the land of shadows? What should we do? I don't know. Does no one wish to speak? Well, Frodo, you are the bearer and you must choose your own way. I cannot advise you in this. What is your decision, Frodo? You need time to decide, I understand. It is no easy decision. None of these have been easy decisions. If only Gandalf was here. I have tried to play his part as best I can, but I cannot. But I am not he, and the ways of wisdom are shut to me. I am sorry I cannot help you with this decision, Frodo. But it is yours to make, and I do not want to sway your mind one way or the other. You shall have an hour, Frodo, and we will leave you alone to decide. We will stay here, and you may walk as you will, but do not stray out of call. There are orcs about.
It sounds like Will and Remus have decided the Gundam game we're playing in. We finished Lives of P.
Okay.
I do not disagree with it. I can't see my quest text because the quest actions thing is in the way. I don't know where I'm supposed to be going here.
Well, click it, and then decline each one.
Northwest, so you may be alone with your thoughts. Then I was definitely going the wrong way. What abilities you have, Frodo? Movement speed increase? Nice. Quick sting. Stone throw.
Thoughts of Elrond rise unbidden to your mind. The ring you bear is the one, the ruling ring, sought by Sauron above all else. The evil he could work with it would be incurable. It must be destroyed. There are those who would use this ring and not destroy it. Temptation to use the ring, even for good, is overwhelming. That is its power and its danger. The road to the fire is dangerous. It is the only choice we can risk.
So, one of his abilities is put on the ring. And while Elrond was saying that for you, I was trying to put on the ring without... just because I could,
Yeah.
right? He's so right.
Yes. Yeah, he's got throw a stone. He's got stone throw, which is a hobbit ability all hobbits get.
Yeah,
And then the quick sting. Just does a little bit of Balerian damage.
yeah.
It's an ancient Balerian sword. Short sword. Walk further west.
Yeah, your opinions, they're not biased at all. I understand.
All right. None. Walking along in the wood. It's a little. Thoughts of Galadriel rise unbidden in your mind.
That's just every day, right?
Yeah, I can't help that. They're not unbidden.
Understandable, we must.
Some rings there are that Sauron never touched, and they were not used for evil. They were used for growth and prosperity, and much beauty was wrought with these. The 3 elven rings belong to this worthwhile group. You remember the look of sadness on Galadriel's beautiful face when she spoke of this in Lothlorien. If you fail in your quest, Frodo Baggins, the workings of the 3 will be laid bare before Sauron, and he will control all. But if you should succeed, even then there will be a little happiness for elves. We will diminish, and all that is wrought with the 3 rings shall fade. That's kind of depressing, Galadriel. No choice is free from sadness for my people, Frodo. I did say it was sad. All right.
Poor Galadriel.
Galadriel of Lorien would have happen what should happen. Goodbye. Okay,
She has more to say if you follow her.
yes. Even should it mean all her good works in this Middle Earth disappear and forgotten. Goodbye, Frodo. Find the stairs.
No pay to win, but it has will.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I'm talking about Will's girlfriend tomorrow. She's in Gundam X.
Oh, Gundam Max.
Thoughts of Gandalf rise unbidden in your mind. You know the inner strength of hobbits as I do, Frodo Baggins. Many, even among the wise, would think this task too much for you. But I've seen the bravery of a Baggins when you put to the test, and I know you will do what you must. This memory of Gandalf's warm smile fills you with deep regret. Yes, there is sadness on any difficult road. You must prepare for more if you are to face what must lie ahead. Your friends are dear to you, but you must be prepared for this, Frodo Baggins. Some of them may not return from this quest.
This just makes me think about like how good the delivery from Elijah Wood is when he says Gandalf.
Gandalf. You hear it in your head?
Yeah.
If that is why you delay, this quest is already lost. You must decide, Frodo. Also, Bilbo. Rise unbidden to your mind. Where he's at? He's up here.
Yeah. One of a kind, that Bilbo Baggins.
Yep. Oh, Frodo, my lad. What have we gotten ourselves into? Trouble and bother. Your memory of the old hobbit makes you smile in spite of yourself, and you realize how badly you miss him.
Every day.
Something has to be done, Frodo. All these important people with their endless meetings and councils weighing important matters when all it needs is the application of some good hobbit sense. You at least need to go to Mordor, Frodo, my boy. Isn't that so? As long as you have the ring, it is your burden to bear, as it was mine. Merry and Pippin and Sam, they will be fine. The others would watch out for them. If you bear the ring away, as it is your task to do, our friends will be in less danger. It will not be easy, Frodo, my boy, but it would be for the best as long as our friends accompany you. Their lives are in danger. You don't want that. Best to go alone to Mordor. Aragorn and Boromir are strong men, and they will take care of our friends. Gimli and Legolas will watch out for them as well. Sam will not understand, but in time he may forgive you. What did Elrond say in Rivendell? That it was perilous to study the arts of the enemy as Saruman did. That must be because they can corrupt even the purest of hearts, no matter its intention at the outset.
Yeah.
You feel a presence behind you.
Yeah.
Frodo, there you are. I was worried about you. Were you? I know you said you wanted to be alone, Frodo, but you are simply too important to go wandering alone. If Aragorn is correct in his guess, it means the orcs have already crossed the river. They could be in the woods even now. May I stay and speak now that I have found you? I guess you're going to this. Back at camp, everything is endless arguments about where we should go. But you and I could decide much easier with two. It need not be a tumult of voices. Yes, you hear the wisdom in it. I am glad, Frodo. I feared you would not wish to speak to me, but it lightens my heart to know that you respect the wisdom of Gondor. For Gondor is where the greatest strength of men can be found, and it is where the Dark Lord's gaze is most drawn. Well, let's not take the ring there, Boromir.
Right.
If you were to come to Minas Tirith with me, we could protect Gondor. What do you say, Frodo? No? Why do you resist the course of wisdom? These elves and wizards speak only of hiding and sneaking, and they would have us destroy the very thing we need to defeat Sauron. Why do you listen to them and not to me? It is my people who will pay the price for failure in this foolhardy errand. My people will pay, not yours, hiding far away in some hidden dell where the enemy will never find them, even if he thinks to look. But he looks at Gondor, yes he does, and he will kill its people, and they will look at me and ask why I was not able to protect them, and I'll say I had this chance and I let it slip away.
Oh, Boromir.
I know it is a heavy burden for you, Frodo. You are so small and weak. What if the ring had come to a man, a strong man of Gondor? Perhaps you could lend me the ring. Let me use it to save my people, and then I will give it back. How can you say that? You are the very thing we need to defeat the Dark Lord, but you refuse to use it. You run knowingly to your death, and you bring with you the only hope we ever have of surviving this war. The ring should be mine. Give it to me. Give it to me, you foolish halfling. You have no right to it. If you will not give it to me, I will take it, and I will take it by force. Yeah. Madness. Fight! Fight! I'm going to hit you with Sting. Look.
I feel like I know what the right option is here.
The ring is mine. Give it to me.
I feel like I'm supposed to put the ring on here. Since it lit up on my hotbar.
What? Where did you go? Cursed halfling. In desperation, you slipped a ring on your finger. Escape from Boromir, Frodo. Run up the stairs to the east and into the summit. I'm so.
I think you should
No!
give him the ring. Yeah.
Not giving Boromir the ring. And look, I really like Boromir. He gets kind of a short deal.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't go about him, but he's a brave, big, like tough man, tough warrior.
Yeah. Well, he
Don't
doesn't
do that.
He doesn't give into the temptation because he's just tempted. He gives into it for the sake of Gondor.
Yeah, but that's how I got it to do it, right?
Yeah.
That's how I got it to give in.
And I see people talk about him. And it's like, yeah, he was weak. And it's like, no,
No, he wasn't weak.
because he was strong.
And see, the reason he didn't come strong enough across in the movies, I don't think, because the thought you come away with is, look, even Boromir
Yeah.
can fall,
Pray to the ring.
Yeah. Like that. And it doesn't really show it, but in the movie, that's why Boromir succumbing to the ring it makes Aragorn go, I probably shouldn't be around this thing.
Yeah.
You have stumbled blindly to the summit of Amon Hen. Oh, can't go there. Your heart is gripped with a sudden feeling of terror. Do it. You sense a malevolent presence, searching. Sauron senses the ring. Will take it off.
Take it off! Fool! Take it off! Take off the ring!
Who's saying that? You manage to remove the ring. Now you know what you must do. The terror of your recent experience is still with you, but you conjure... Oh, sorry. That's not Gandalf. The terror of your recent experience is still with you, but you conjure the kindly face of Gandalf from your memories and try and fight back the dread. You can almost hear his voice as clearly as when he spoke to you thusly in the library at Rivendell. There's a great many dangers facing Middle-earth, Frodo. Your ring is responsible, even indirectly, for all of them. The orcs of the Misty Mountains stir, and Lorien is threatened with fire. The horsemen of Rohan fight back the wolves of Isengard, corsairs put to the sea from Harad, and endless armies march from the east. The Mountain of Fire is aflame, and the Dark Lord's forces are in motion. There are men who stand against him, men like Boromir, son, the steward of Gondor, and your companion. He and the men like him will fight for as long as they are able. When all is finished, it seems to me that they will be simply men. For how long can such men stand against this evil? You know what to do, Frodo. No.
Perhaps that is always the way it was meant to be.
Yes. Do it. Here we go.
No, I like Boromir a lot, and I think people give him a
Well, I don't, if you
short
just,
shrift.
yeah, if you just seen the movies, it just seems like an arrogant ant. You don't get much depth with him, and hear about him, riding into Osgiliath and like some of the stuff he's done,
Yeah.
and the trip he took to get to Rivendell
Yeah.
to
Going
beg
in front of Isengard.
to beg for help. You know,
Something that's not easy for his people to do. Beg.
right?
This is one possibility among many. It is a troubling one, to be certain.
It is, okay. You tell Galadriel what you saw within her mirror, and a look of sadness crosses her face. The mirror shows many things, and not all of them come to pass. But this is one possibility among many, and is troubling one to be certain. They may have need of your help. I want you to travel south along the river Anduin, and to see what has befallen our mutual friends. None of the visions I have seen in the waters give me any hope that they have avoided the dangers into which they walk. If you can aid them in even the smallest way, it may be enough. Nona should go with you. She still desires to do so. I have known her for just a short time, but I do not think she wishes for anything but to adventure with you. Let her be an aid to you on your dangerous journey.
Okay.
I can use some backup.
You will need a guide to bring you to the Falls of Rauros.
You will need a guide to bring you to the Falls of Raros, but few of my people will ever travel that far. No, do not shake your head in frustration. There is a guide who will suffice. His name is Corridon, and he is the elder brother of Siglet.
Oh.
Galadriel smiles sadly. Yes, I see you remember our fierce champion. Without her twin knives and the skill with which she wielded them, the efforts of the Golden Host might not have come to naught. Her death in the Battle of the Tower is cause for grief in all who know her. You will find her brother is cut from similar cloth, but if Corridon shares her ability, he does not share her temperament. Find him on Telenendwil, on the eastern side of Karas Galadorn, and tell him you need him as a guide along the Anduin. He is not called Riverwalker for naught. He is more familiar with the lands through which the Anduin flows than any elf in Lorien.
I like how that ties back in, too.
Yeah?
Yeah. I haven't forgotten our secret journeys.
To the Mirkwood.
The friends we lost along the way.
Yeah. So glad when he finally killed that frickin' goblin.
Yep.
Mazog.
Deserved every bit of that day.
Yeah. I just realized they kind of do a good job, because anytime like the evil guy, Mordorith, Mazog, whatever, if there's some point it's like, finally!
Yeah.
Hit that guy.
Even like, what was his name? Gashug, the one from Isengard?
Yes.
Yeah, getting to see him get stabbed down with a lance was like, yes!
Did I go the wrong place? Am I going the wrong way? I'm going the wrong way.
Oh, yeah.
It's somewhere around here.
Is it up on the...
I think it's up on the flat, yeah. There's a ladder.
Ladder? When I was talking about the latter rain, I didn't mean like this.
Right. I think there's that one more.
I just fell.
Yay!
There's the death.
Yeah.
So there are spots you can be at here where, oh no.
Yeah. There is a stable master up there.
Yep.
But we go ahead and talk to Corodan.
Yeah, you go ahead. You go ahead.
The lady has spoken to me about this.
The lady has spoken to me about this, and I would refuse her nothing. But there's another reason I would help you. Corodan looks at you, his eyes shining with a curious look of gratitude. You were a friend to my sister Sigleth in Mirkwood, when the hidden guard and golden host journeyed to the fastness of Dol Guldur. You fought alongside Sigleth. How many times did you save her life? Was she yours? I do not know, but I'm certain it was more than once. I wish that the tides of fate had swept the two of you together during that final assault on the tower rather than apart. For had the two of you been together on the stairs, perhaps she would have returned from Mirkwood. But it was not to be. That is the way of things. I would be honored to accompany you south along the Anduin. Sigleth's friends are mine as well. We will need supplies, boats and lembas and paddles. Speak to Bordrist and Fengal about acquiring such things as we will need. Bordrist will be on the Telain Galadriel, and Fengalth will be near the surrounding hedge between Telain Golorth, not far from the entrance to Karas Galadorn. All right.
So, do you remember when I mentioned that I didn't get all the stable masters in Lothlorien?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm riding down to the vineyards and I'll drop off when I get close.
I got you. Okay. I don't have all the stable masters either, so I can't really say anything. I didn't fall off a flat though, so.
No. There are some angles you can get where all you can see are the leaves.
Yeah.
And I did not see where the bridge was.
Fair enough. But I'm going to let you run up there and pop up and talk to him.
Have a good one, Will.
See you later, Will. Let you talk to him, and then...
This place has a big gulf around it. I have to go in through the... It's a smart way to do it, though. Just one way in.
Yeah.
Safer that way. When I was a kid, that's the way I wanted my house to be, to have like a big moat and then...
Just one point of entry. And put gators in the moat.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm over here by Fane-Galf. I'm going to stand here for a moment. Let Trey catch up.
You can, if you need to, you can go ahead and start reading dialogue, because I can just listen to you read it. And,
Alright, go ahead.
Accept.
Go ahead.
The Lady Galadriel is wise to send Corodan as your guide.
You need a boat for navigating the Anduin. Yes, I will provide one, and paddles beside. How many will be going with you? You tell Fengalf of the composition of your party, and she nods. The Lady Galadriel is wise to send Corodan with you. He's called the River Walker, you know. And it is a name truly given. He knows the lands on either side of Anduin better than any elf I know. His sister Sigleth perished in Dol Guldur. We were not close, she and I, but she had a temper unlike anyone else, and to me she was always sharp and stern. It is a shame what happened to her, even so. I'm certain she did great damage to her enemies before she fell, and that must be a consolation to Corridon in his grief. The boat and paddles will be ready when the time comes for departure. Alright, so we got the boat together.
Nice.
Go over here and talk to Bordhurst. Bordhrist.
I found Eladin and Oro here at the entrance.
Yeah.
They won't let me in. Had to talk to the guard? Nope.
What have you done? I told you not to fall off the flat,
I
Drake.
didn't mean to.
I don't think there's a warning here anywhere.
Maybe I need to use the stable master out here to go to the stable master in here.
Maybe.
Maybe it's like an instanced thing. Oh. That is not the case. Okay.
This is so high up the tree. Okay. Look at something real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and look this up real quick too. Maybe there's just something I'm missing, like I need to go get a specific quest to open the gate. Can't enter Jeddah Galadon. Oh,
What?
you have to be trusted.
Okay, I don't know where to get a summoning horn either to get you in. Here.
Well, right, there's apparently a guide on Steam for how to get in without trusted.
Yeah, if I can tell you to do the quests, that lets you in.
Right.
Yeah, I don't have anything I can do up here, but I'm gonna go over here and talk to this guy real quick.
I will give you enough lembas and other foodstuffs for
You are
2
preparing
weeks.
for a journey down the Anduin. You have come to the correct elf. I will supply you with enough lembas and other goods to make such a journey comfortably. Traveling by boat will require you to disembark occasionally. There's a portage way you will need to take around the rapids of Sarn Gibir. Do not be so foolish as to traverse those in the boats. And of course you will need to beach them before you reach the falls of Raros. It's a long climb down the cliff face, but I've heard there was a way that was used of old. I will give you enough lembas and other foodstuff for 2 weeks. Corridon can cover that distance in 5 or 6 days. That should suffice. Namari.
Apparently there is a rope to the left of the gate that you can use. I'm not seeing a rope.
I don't know, Trey.
That seems like they should have given you a respawn inside the city.
Yeah. You'd think so, but they didn't.
Nope.
How far to the left of the gate, I wonder?
Don't know. Is there... There's that item that lets you use any stable master, right? Do you have to have been to the stable master to use it?
I think you still have to find it. Yeah, it just makes them free.
Well, cried. Oh, there's the rope. Yep. The rope lets you in.
All right.
I'm in. Now I need to just not fall again.
Can you pull that off, Trey? No, yeah.
Oh, well, that's... Oh, no, I'm still in. That ladder did not take me back outside. Cool. Okay, I'm going to go to talk to Corridon, and I will catch up to you quest-wise.
Okay.
As soon as I can, but I should probably go get the stable master in here.
I'm running around the corridor again.
Do you have the stable master in here?
No.
Okay. I'm going to try and make sure I grab them, too, just to be safe.
I would say, yeah, I probably need to, but...
We've said it a few times. It is a very old MMO. We're going to find some stuff like that
Yeah.
has been forgotten, or the rope was the answer to.
Right. Ladder.
There's Corridon.
And I can go do the thing.
Mm-hmm. Just saying that, there's plenty of spots they could put a red circle. Just, it's a big place.
Yeah, it is.
Sure, I'm
We'll
far from the
see.
only person to have ever fallen off in here.
No, nobody ever falls off the flats, Trey. You're the only person ever done that. Not in Galadriel's garden.
Can you not go through here to the other side?
Mm-mm.
Well, cried. This place is a maze.
Yes.
At least it's above ground, my foot. At least now you know how to get back in here if you need to.
Yeah. A nice little... Now you know. Did you know there's a rope beside the gate in Lothlorien you can climb up to get into Lothlorien?
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. You're going to stand here smoking a pipe.
Almost to the second guy. Try not to accidentally ride off the side of the...
Yeah. There's a place where it gets real thin up toward when you get about halfway up it.
Yeah.
The Trey is lost. Did you know?
Oh, there it was, the real thin spot.
Yes.
I do get lost.
You shouldn't ride your horse up it.
Yeah, probably not. I'll be fine for the big area, but I didn't die.
No. But did you die? Just keep your left shoulder on the tree.
Yeah, we'll just attach ourselves to this tree.
That's the way you got to do it. Left shoulder tree, you'll be all right. So I thought you get real thin right there.
Yeah.
I tried to warn him.
This horse is like, why?
Yeah.
Why would they make it like this? Why are you riding me up this?
Yeah. That's probably,
Okay, there we go.
got that one back to Corridon.
Yeah, back to Corridon. I'm going to go ahead, just to be safe. Bind here real quick.
Okay, might as well go ahead. Bind. Bind away. Bind to the
I
milestone.
miss being bound to Stangard because I do still have a few quests there. Not in Stangard, but in the Brownlands.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Ciola, the Cholo offers, I think 2 instances you can repeat.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'll get you a little bit of experience and rep with the Riders of Stangard if you need it.
Yeah. I mean, after the way they treated Nona, I don't know if I want it. Might just go straight to Rohan and forget them.
We're getting a boat.
That's true.
It's my boat.
Sailing to the Anduin. Sailing down the Anduin.
Anduin.
Sailing to Amanhin. Soon. Round a ladder. Up the first ladder. My horse was like, no more.
Yeah. I climbed the first ladder. I'm not climbing the second one. All right, I'm going to talk to Corodan.
Corodan.
I'm just going to get you back in the group and watch him be like, it's a solo adventure.
Right.
All right.
The last time I traveled south, orcs were gathering on the riverbank.
You have done as I asked. Good. The most important step of a journey occurs before you even leave home. Preparations for your departure. Make sure your weapons are clean and ready. The last time I traveled south, which was some weeks ago, orcs were gathered on the far shore of the Anduin. We may need to face them. Unfortunately, I lent my bow to Fimloth at Haldirith on my return from that journey. Perhaps we can stop by her encampment when we depart and I can recover my bow from her. I will use the spare until then, but there's nothing quite like your own familiar weapons, is there? Sigla spoke often of her knives, Lanchgil and Ignastigal, and I feel the same way about my bow, though it has no name. My sister was always better with names. But now you should return to the house of Celeborn and speak with your Dundleaning friend. Tell her we are almost ready to leave.
Okay.
Here we go. A lot of exposition at the beginning of some books.
Yeah. I gotta set the stage.
Yeah. Down and over.
Oh no!
You're coming in now. Come get you.
Time to ship out. No, let's go.
With your Rohirrim sword and your tattoos.
Let's ride. Do kind of want to grab the stable master before we leave here. Just so I don't have to use the rope next time I want to come here.
I have to sneak in.
I assume it's going to teleport us onto the boat.
Well, let's
I
see.
could be wrong.
Let's see. You never can tell with this game.
That's true.
There's one of them where it just teleported us, like, for each section of it, like 5 different zones in a row.
Yeah, that was great. Got her. Stable master secured. You can go to Graltrev from here. It's interesting to me.
No!
Wadu's sword is thirsty for more adventure.
I followed you here at the behest of a dream. I will follow you wherever our road leads. If our adventure ended today, I would already have quite a tale to tell. I tell Sulvok on my return. I cannot imagine what awaits us, but it will only add to the record of our deeds. Wadu's sword is thirsty for more adventure as well. If we come across the Mauricelings and their fell allies we did in the swamps, I will be more ready than I was last time.
I'm climbing.
This land of elves is a long way from
I am grateful
Earthrise.
for the healing arts of
Long way
Galadriel
from
and
my
her people, and for the lady's willingness for me to see the city, but there's something strange about this place, and I must tell you the truth. It is no place for me. I feel the same way, actually. I want my feet upon the ground and my foes in front of me. This land of elves is a long way from Enidwaith, a long way from my people.
No!
I am ready to depart. Perhaps things will feel more familiar to me as we journey south along the river. Did you fall again?
No, I climbed this whole way and it's the wrong tower.
Okay.
They're not connected up top. Why is this place so confusing? I'm Winona. I don't want to be here anymore.
That's why I don't have the stable master. It's like Lothlorien is beautiful. I don't want to be here.
Yeah. No, it's not there.
This is for the elves. Moria is awesome. I don't want to live there.
Okay, Mario.
Yeah, sir.
Get on the root trail.
Mm-hmm. Chitara, somebody said in World Chat.
Yeah. I mean, you should always be thinking at least like 3% of your brain should be dedicated to Chitara.
Chitara. There we go. Okay. He's finally here. I'm going to accept and port.
All right.
All right. There's Nona.
Oh, we're back at Thinglad.
Yes.
I lent my favorite bow to Fimloth.
I'm not
Now
pleased
she
about
has lost
this. I lent Fimloth my favorite bow to use while I remain in Lothlorien, and now she has lost it. Cordon lowers his voice and turns to his apologetic friend. No, Fimloth, I'm not upset. If those orcs were as numerous as you report, you were right to flee. A bow is a bow, and the lives of my friends come first. I will search the woods of Thinglad for the orc that picked it up as you escaped. Are you in mind to join the hunt, Romanus? Your Dunlanding friend has already agreed to fight the orcs with me as well. Perhaps we can make a game of it. The first of us to find my lost bow will be the victor, but I shall be happy as fall to have the bow back in my hands.
All right.
We're gonna go kill.
Yeah, I'm down to kill some orcs. That's
Yeah.
not even a question for me.
Nope.
But we should probably go in the same direction so they count. Some reason in my head I was like, you can go north, I'll go south. Find more orcs that way. It's a mod. It's not an orc. It's an orc.
Find one.
Warrior.
Yeah, there's little camps of them around Thinglad.
There's one. I think you were out of range for him.
I was. I'll come back over towards
I see
your
another
direction.
one. And another one. We'll let you get close enough that I can see you on the map first, and then I'll kill them. Okay. Initiating kill mode. Orc death engaged. Get out here, Boggy.
And I want to kill the Wolverine. We're looking for orcs.
I can't hear Wolverine without thinking about Galvarino now.
Right? Not bad.
No.
Not bad.
Not a bad thing at all.
Oh, wait. You know what? I've still got some Kraken gangs.
Nice.
Nothing to track.
See one.
Yes.
I see him with my man eyes. It's such a... Like, I know what he's getting at in the movie, but it's such a dumb line.
Right.
What do you see with your elf eyes? Have you
Yeah.
seen the meme edit where Legolas just goes...
Right. No.
It's great. So I get the point. The point is they're trying to tell the person watching the movie that the elves can see better. You know?
Yes. I can see much further.
I don't remember that line in the book, though.
I don't think it was. There was no elves at Helm Deep.
Right.
It was not Arwen that saved Frodo.
Right. I love those movies, but they
Yeah.
do cut out some really good moments.
Yeah. And I mean, they have to. You're not going to...
Right. Since we're talking about the books, though, I mentioned earlier, like, Bilbo. Love Bilbo.
Yeah.
Bilbo Baggins is one of my favorite, like, he's in my top 10 favorite fictional main characters.
That's cool.
I love Bilbo. You don't get as much of him for many reasons in Lord of the Rings, but
Right.
in Hobbit, he's in The Hobbit. He's
Yeah.
such a good main character.
Well... In the movie, the Hobbit movie stank.
Yeah. Just gonna go ahead and hit this one too, why not?
It's like you could have turned the Lord of the Rings movies into 6 movies. 'Cause
Yeah.
Each book in Lord of the Rings is basically 2 books.
Mm-hmm.
But story is that Peter Jackson went in trying to he did some what do they call it, treatments, edits, whatever,
Yeah.
made a short thing to show people, try to sell the film, get some backing for it.
Yeah.
And one of the studio guys was there and was like, look, man, there's no way. Apparently, who knew Lord of the Rings?
Right.
Read it. It's like, there's no way you can do this in 2 movies. And
Yeah.
Peter Jackson's like, so you're going to have to do it in 3. Like, oh! Oh!
That's pretty funny.
You did not find the bow.
You did not find the
Lorna
bow?
and
No,
I
then I did
didn't
not either. The orc that seized it must have already left this area. Pity. The spare bow does not fire as accurately as my other did. I am still a deadly shot. Do not worry on that score. Do you know how dangerous Nona is in combat?
Yep.
I did not think the Dunlendings were more than a barbaric hill-dwelling men, but she is a deadly warrior indeed. I underestimated her and will not do so again. If we are surprised by orcs as we journey along the Underwind, I will be glad to have her along.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nona's cool.
Whatever orc took the bow must
You
have
did
fled
not
the
find
area.
Corridon's bow? Well, we did not either. He seemed surprised, but I was not. Whatever orc took the bow must have known an elf would come looking for it and fled the area. The orc is lucky it did, for its hunters numbered 3. Man, Ukluth, and elf. Flight alone could have saved it. I am sorry Corridon does not have his favorite bow, but I still enjoyed the hunt. Do you think you can humour me on one count? I understand we must hurry, but this should not take long.
Let us take a detour to Stongard, so I can thank Horn.
When we were last in this region, I was wounded in the swamp, and you brought me to the nearby outpost of the Horse Lords. I was a wounded enemy to everyone there save one, the Rohirrim man called Horn. He spoke on my behalf, and when you suggested that I be taken to Elfwoods for healing, you interrupt Dawn at this point and tell her that it was actually Horn's idea. A confused look crosses her faces. Really? Well, that is one more thing for which I should thank him, and that is what I want. A brief detour to the outpost of Stangard so I can give him my thanks. Perhaps you can have him meet me here. I do not think I'll be welcome again within their walls.
Yeah, probably not.
Talk to Affleck. I don't know why I have that open. Get on that.
I'm gonna take a horse.
Oh, that's probably a good idea. We can use Stable Master, huh? Instead of running down there.
I love that
Megavonen.
in the chat, the phrase, "Did you know that Trey is lost?" That's like evergreen.
Yeah.
You could have that at any point in any stream,
Yeah.
and it would still be just as true.
That.
I guess I was wrong. I thought I'd done all my Thinglide quests, but when we came back in the area, these popped up. I guess
Yeah.
maybe I missed them in my quest log.
Possibly.
Oh,
You're looking for Horn.
Oh,
Good.
Oh, it's you. Still traveling with that unsavory types, are you? Affik looks you up and down, and the disgust on his face is clear. You're looking for Horn? Good. Take him with you. Take him and be gone. You will find him up the hill.
I took a regular stable ride. I didn't know we were supposed to travel
Oh, yeah, that's fine. You'll be there shortly.
it. It's not a huge zone.
It didn't take long to get there. I should have taken a regular horse ride to do
Just
that.
excited to get in the boat.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the boat. We're in the boat. The boat. Horn.
How is the Dunlending girl?
I did not
Did she
see.
survive?
I did not think to see you again. How's the Dunlending girl? Did she survive? You tell Horn that the healing arts of Galadriel were sufficient, and that Nona has come to Thinglad and wishes to thank him in person for his kind words and actions. Oh, I see. I am glad. Horn seems conflicted about something. When you ask him if everything's all right, he sighs heavily. It seems there is no place for me anymore. I am no longer welcome in Stengard. My fellows feel that I have somehow been tainted by stepping foot within the Elfwoods, and by speaking on behalf of a Dunlending. Well, they no longer trust me. They want me to leave by sunrise tomorrow. You ask if there's anything you can do to help. Well, I do not have many possessions. If you bring me my harp and my writing supplies, I will be ready to go. My harp is in the tavern, and my writing supplies are in Water's house, where I've been staying.
Okay.
Here we go, grab those right quick. Gotta get all this stuff prepared for the journey. We haven't even undertaken the journey yet.
Well, since he's no longer welcome here, he's gonna come with us, right?
Yep. We're gonna have our own fellowship.
Not that. This is Walla's home. One of my least favorite quests in this entire game is in Stangard.
Yeah?
And it is to go to everyone's house individually and check for supplies.
Oh, yeah.
It was such an annoying quest. They're right here. I missed them completely.
I was wondering where you were going.
Yeah.
I thought maybe there was another something upstairs.
No, you had to enter every home, look for supplies. If they weren't there, then you go to the next home.
Yep. And that way you get a tour of Stangard.
Yep.
And if you did that quest, you know right where Watery's house is, huh?
Yep.
Because you've been there before.
Except I thought it was the tavern.
Me, I did too.
Oh, okay. I tried to land on the building. It did not like that.
No, I'm not having it.
Here's the tavern.
Orange harp.
They've already replaced him. They got a new bard. It's a joke. He was already there.
Okay.
Sometimes I think it's the way I have my camera set up that, like there, I couldn't click on the door because there was a bar in the way. Orn! Got your stuff, man. Let's roll out.
Autobots, roll out.
Saw a YouTube video that was on. I didn't listen to all of it. I listened to a little bit of it, but it was on the Transformers movie.
The old cartoon?
Yeah. And, talking about how they kind of liked what they were doing with, like, Hot Rod and turning him into Rodimus Prime and everything.
Yeah.
I was like, sure, I can see that. Then it was like, yeah, but the whole movie's ruined because they kill Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Where can I go?
Thank you for bringing me these. I am not welcome in Stangard, but where can I go? By order of Theoden King, I am not to return to Rohan until my term of service in Stangard is finished. Horn looks uncomfortable. Where are you traveling? Could you use another companion on the road? I do not wish to intrude, but I believe my place is with you and with the Dunedin girl, whom I gave up. Well, it was no life I gave up. I only did what was right, though my fellows failed to see it. You tell Horn that he is welcome to travel with you as far as he will. Thank you. I owe you a great deal for this. An aimless life would ill suit me. Your goals are now mine, and the dangers you face, I will face as well.
Nice.
And go back and talk to Nonna. And Haldrith.
Haldrith. Thingblad.
Stable master. Regular ride, right?
Regular ride.
Well met, my friend.
All right. Tough. You're not going to get a regular ride because it didn't go there.
Thingblad? Isn't that where Nona is? Haldrith a Thingblad?
Okay. There it is. Thingblad. All right, I'm going.
Thought so.
Get off my board. Get on this horse. It knows where it's going.
I know. The next episode, the return of Optimus Prime. Right.
Well, what they were doing with the movie is getting rid of the old line of toys.
Yeah.
All the old line of toys.
All of them.
And replacing them with new ones. And it was, no.
And they didn't just retire them. They ruthlessly butchered them.
Yeah, no, they were killed.
Some in horrifying ways.
Yeah. There's no return for this guy. Now the comics were like much worse. At one point, like Megatron had Optimus Prime's head.
Yeah.
Like going up. Of course, another time Megatron was held in this thing and the purple one that turned into the gun with the one eye. I can't remember his name. He was running things for a while.
Soundwave?
No,
he didn't turn into a gun.
No.
Megatron can turn into a gun, but he wasn't purple.
No. Megatron, turned into a gun. This guy turned into like a space laser gun thing.
Oh, okay. The comics, it's been a long time since I read the comics, but in the comics they could be rebuilt as well, like in the old cartoon, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought. That's another thing that makes that movie such like a bad Shockwave. Might have been Shockwave.
I think so, yes.
Suspected about the Horse Lords. Cruel even to their own.
You tell Nona that Horn has been cast out of Sandgard and is no longer welcome there. Hello, Fess. I didn't know she was here. Yeah, there we go. This confirms all I've ever expected about the horse lords. They are cruel even to their own, and are not deserving of our sympathies. I will speak with Horn, thank him for his words on my behalf and give him my sorrow that he has suffered from me, but I will also tell him that he is now better off, and need shed no tears for his lost fellows. We will be ready to leave when Corodon says we should leave. Speak with him when you are ready to go.
Look, all this makes Rohan look real bad, but Rohan's not. Rohan's got some good stuff too.
You know why Rohan's bad right now.
I do. Just trust me.
Yes. A band of companion grows, a Dunlin girl, a Rohirrim man, an elf and a man. It sounds like a joke, does it not? We haven't walked into a bar yet.
Oh.
We will still.
He did almost go to the tavern.
Yeah, it's true.
It will not be comfortable.
Well, I guess we did both go in the tavern earlier.
Right.
We will still fit in one boat, but it will not be comfortable. I do not think we should recruit any more companions, unless you fancy swimming alongside the boat. Are you ready to continue our journey? Yes! Oh, we had an ad break. I'm going to do that.
Oh, we did, yeah.
Yes. Shockwave!
No, that's the thing that made that movie so shocking, too, was that, you know, up until that point, oh, man, Optimus got an arm blown off in an episode. They just repair it by the end of the episode, you know?
Yeah.
Or, oh, man, Thundercracker got wrecked. He's in bad shape. Oh, he's fine. They fixed him.
They ripped out the Matrix out of his chest.
You watch the light fade from his eyes.
He dies. And Rodimus cusses.
Yeah.
It's just... I saw the movie in theaters. I am that old.
Ultra Magnus does too, if memory serves.
And it messed with my head. Let us go to the boat together. I want to have a good seat and a comfortable place to rest my arms as we paddle. All right.
Such a weird
I have
time.
journeyed on the great river often, and know its swirls and eddies like no other elf.
Okay then, that was it's a good little cut in there.
As my own shadow.
It's fair
It is
face.
still a journey of some days. We must stop here for the
Okay.
night.
I'm going to stop here for the night.
We made it this far.
Yeah.
That's it. I could have rode there faster.
Right. But it wouldn't have been the same instance.
It's true.
That's far enough for today. Horn has already seen the fire, so we may sup and take some rest before the night watches begin. We will leave in the morning at first light. It is not good to travel further south on the Underwood at night, unless the need is considerable. The waters become treacherous the nearer you get to San Kabir. Okay, continue. Dr. Nona? The Elf Queen was right to send you with this guide with us. He knows the waters and how to keep the boat afloat, which is more than the daughter of Silvok knows. Were up to me, I would lead us south on dry land with springy turf underfoot and no fear of foundering. Nowhere lowers her voice, a rare event for the Nundling woman. The boat is not large enough to keep us from speaking, but as you saw, the horse lord managed to avoid addressing me in any way once we were on the river. If he has a grievance with me, tell him to air it so I may respond appropriately, with words or with Wadu's sword. I've become tired of his ability to look all around him, but not in my direction, whatever direction that happens to be. You are fortunate to have friends among the elves. I would not want to make this journey without a guide, and Gordon appears to know what he's doing. But is it not seemly of a man of Rohan to mingle with elves, as you saw on Stangard? Of his kind my people have little to say but this, long-lived and dangerous. They have more to say of the folks of Dunland, but none of its kind, and I will not disturb the girl's ears with any of it. I regret Nona's ill welcome at Stangard when she had the need of aid, though I understand its root. Her people and mine have a long and unhappy history. I have no quarrel with her personally, but our shared friends and duties make us allies. Nothing more than that.
He's in a tough spot. He feels shame, but also feels like he shouldn't be friends with her, you know?
Yeah.
It's tough on him.
Yeah. We have some time before we should begin the night watches. Would you find some tale-telling agreeable? I find that the weaving of a good story among companions around a fire can be a pleasant way to pass the time. Have a seat and listen. I will begin. Perhaps our companions will have a tale to share as well. I grew up in the Goldenwood. I'm gonna sit.
Yeah, I was about to do the same thing.
My sister Sigurd stayed in Lorien for long years. My skill with the bow, but hers was the knives. She made them herself, and each was deadlier than the last.
Oh, she's there.
I returned from a journey once, convinced I had become the greatest of archers. Is that so? I wager you cannot hit this wooden target from 50 paces. I accepted and strode 50 paces. When I turned to fire, I saw that my sister was right. She had hewn the target at its base and had fallen into the grass. We laughed and laughed. This is my tale. Do you have one to share?
Yes, I do.
I gotta talk to him. And you see which one you pick.
Ooh.
I will speak of Angmar, Dolgodor, the fords of Eisen. Speak to see. I have no story to share.
Okay. I almost want us to choose different ones so that we see.
Okay, we'll read them off to you. Okay. Which one will you have me pick then?
I mean, I will let you choose for yours. I'm sure you've probably seen them all. But
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Pick one that you haven't seen then if you want. And I'll pick Angmar.
Okay, you're going to pick Angmar?
Yeah. Near and dear to my heart, Angmar.
I will speak of seeking the Nazgul then.
Okay.
Very well, if you have the heart to tell, such creatures are possessed of incredible evil. It is not always best to speak of such things.
Okay.
What is your say when I would be pleased to hear this tale if you would tell it, and I am sure our companions will be as well. Angmar of old was a place of great evil, and to combat its return is no small thing. I am sure that the ease with which you speak were mighty. I will begin. You speak of your time in the Rush Corps with Nona of Horn's role in saving her life.
I can see this.
You speak, too, of Galadriel's belief that Nona's wound was not caused by a mortal blade. After a time, you come to the end of the story.
So if I tell this now, will you be able to see it? No. Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
That's weird that it lets us both pick different options, but then it still just goes, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'll look the rest of those up on YouTube.
I shall go next. My tale concerns King Fingel of Rohan, the grandfather of Theoden King. It is a sad tale given the happenings of late, but you may find it interesting. King Fingel came to the throne when he was very young, and he ruled for 50 years. Though long, his rule was ill-starred. He was prone to greed and made many enemies. In the last winter of his reign, he was hunting north of Entwade on a cold afternoon. An elderly woman stumbled into his camp. She was lost and hungry. "Scrap of bread, if you please, mighty lord. I am lost and cold and hungry." "Who are you, crone, to beg from the crowd? If you seek warm food in your belly, find some churl whose bed lies unwarmed, or find some game and kill it yourself." King Fingal threw his own dagger at her feet and sent her away into the dark night. "This is the kindness of the horse lords, is it?" Orin did say that Fengel was a foolish king. "He did say that, and I say he spoke true, but it does not seem an uncommon trait among the horse lords."
You just had to try and start trouble, huh?
The king's men were horrified, and they searched for the woman. They found her at dawn, frozen to death at the foot of a tall boulder, the king's dagger still in her hand. She had carved a curse into the face of the stone, along with her name, Wirgend. This is what she carved into the stone. "Feckless Fingal, fool I name thee. Grief shall be the get of thy greed. No lord of your line shall long live upon the seat, no son shall settle. Kin and kingdom your craving hath killed, until the might of the mark is mended, Wingerd." Horan sighs heavily and continues. King Fingal was furious, and he ordered Wingerd's body burned and her stone destroyed. But no man of his company could move her, and every hammer and mattock they set to the stone shattered on contact. King Fingal himself assailed the stone with a sword until the blade shattered and a shard pierced his thigh. The wound festered and King Fingal died of poisoned blood on the first day of spring. Many in Rohan thought the curse was ended, but now that Prince Theodred is gone. Yeah. Well, that is the end of the tale, for now. You got to say, Nona. I do not have flowery words or turn a phrase that Corridon and this man Horn have. I write my tale with the hides of my enemies, with Wadu's sword as my quilt. I have no story to tell. Everyone has a story, Nona. What is the origin of the sword you bear? The horse motive is not of your people.
This Corridon,
The sword came to my brother Wadu. He used it to slay a great beast. What was this beast? A large animal, some kind of bear? It was a great Gwibber, the mighty dragon spawn of the mountains. Can it be? I know of no such creature. This is much about my land and people you do not know. That may be so, Nona. I am sorry if I have offended you. Your brother must have been a great man to defeat such a foe.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Well, I do. He was. I think that is enough tale spinning for one night. I will take the first watch and I will wake you when it's your turn. We'll set out again at first light.
Journey by boat.
We'll leave it first night. For now, you should get some rest. Yes, we're going to travel.
Behold, the
Behold.
Argonath, the pillars of the kings.
Oh,
So, not as far behind the Fellowship as we were at some points.
yeah, we caught up a lot.
Yeah. Well, they're not.
Wait, Rohan?
I'm not saying nothing.
It said Rohan East Mint. East Mint.
They are not my kings, but there is still something majestic about the twin statues.
Many songs have been sung about the men in whose likeness they are carved, and I know most of them by heart. I will not sing them now. There's much we must do here.
Friends of yours came this way.
Horn speaks quietly, for what he is about to say is meant for your ears alone. We spoke of a great many things on the boat, and I do not begrudge you for speaking in generalities. But you told me enough to know that your errand here is important. Friends of yours came this way, friends bearing a burden of some malice. Whatever they carried, it was sought by the orcs, and perhaps others as well. We need to find what happened to these friends of yours, and if their burden has been lost. Horn raises his voice to include the Rohirrim man standing nearby. This man saw a boat drifting down the river and hailed me from the shore. His name is Framric, and he has come with a party of Rohirrim from the Wold. I would have us help his people if they desire our help. But first we must prepare our own camp. Speak with Norna and Corridon for their thoughts, and then collect sticks for a fire. I will do the same.
Framric has his own quest.
I do not trust this Framric.
I do not
But
trust
Horn
this
wants us
Framric.
to
I do
help.
not like the way he looks at me from out of his eyes corner. If he is not careful, I will teach him the way of my people with Wadu's sword. But Horn wants us to help him. I do not understand his loyalty to the Horse Lords, but they cast him out. He should hate them for that. I will not oppose my beliefs upon him, but I do not understand his.
The Lady Galadriel
You spoke in general terms on the boat to Horn and Nona, but I know why you are really here. The Lady Galadriel entrusts me with knowledge of our true mission. I would not betray that trust. While we are here in the East Wall, I think it is fine for us to help Framric's people. That is clearly what Horn desires, but we must also keep alert for signs of our mutual friends that came to this land that we may know. What happened to them then? That is a mystery, and if it is one we must find the answer to and help them if we can. But first, Horn is right. We need to gather sticks to make a campfire. We will have a cold night.
Alright.
We're going to go out here and gather some sticks. Nice little gather quest.
Been a while since we've had just a simple go gather stuff.
Yep. There's some fallen sticks. And here is an Uruk archer. Down with the Urukai.
Uruk Slayer of the Eastament. Eastament?
I
The
don't
East
know.
Wall.
What?
Tommy and JY are over there. In the Eastament? Didn't get that one, Faith. Oh, sticks. I got you. I have 4 of 6 sticks now.
Yeah, me too. There's a swart hound.
A Svarthound?
Yes, it killed the swart hound.
No, yeah, I got you. I got you. I just didn't get it at first. You had to spell it out for me first. That Svarthound's
Yes.
gonna burn to death.
By a river.
Mordor Orc Skirmisher. You're in the wrong zone, buddy.
Yeah. I got all my sticks.
I have one more stick to grab, which is right here.
Okay.
If it will let me. There it goes. There was some lag. I got my stick.
All right. I got things, a couple of things that are red.
Oh boy. Should get pretty good XP for you then.
Yeah.
We're so close to Rohan. We're technically in Rohan, I think.
Yeah. If you put the
The big map.
map, right, and you click back,
Yeah.
you're in Rohan.
Rohan!
Yes. We got, and there's lots in Rohan. You got your sticks?
I have my sticks, yes.
Okay.
I just missed with lightning on this orc.
I'm about to give Horn my sticks.
I'm coming, but this orc is evading every. There it goes. He was evading everything.
That one didn't invade my fists.
You found some. Good.
We found enough sticks for our fire. Good. I will combine these with the ones Nona and Corridon have found, and we will soon have a decent campfire. We remove the supplies from the boat so we can assess what we have left.
Gets back to his boat on the river. Those Mordor guys are in the wrong spot. We just send them further down the river. They'll make it.
You reach into the boat and remove the remaining supplies for portioning. I gotta pick one. It's kind of hard. Bacon wrapped flapjack.
Yeah, that's the only real choice.
Yeah, 37 to agility. Crumpets do give might. I may take crumpets. White puddings give vitality and critical defense. Vitality will.
Oh, my inventory's too full.
Don't
Complete this.
think. 10% out of combat run speed.
Gotta get rid of something.
I got room.
Probably just need to use some of these buffs. Got a whole bag full of buffs, basically.
Yeah?
I've been saving them for when we really need them, you know?
Yeah, I got you. Taking the crumpets. Got them all. There are enough supplies for a short day, and you divide them among the rest of your companions. Get back and talk to Corridon.
Parth Galen may be a good place to begin our search.
I think it is good to help Framric while we can, but always keep your eyes open for the real reason we are here. As you pass southward through the woods of the East Wall, remain alert for grassy lawn alongside the Anduin. That peaceful space is called Parth Galen, and it may be a good place to begin our search.
It is not fair that it took us the whole stream to get to Rohan, and now that we're in Rohan, it's already almost time.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to Framric.
I need your
Yeah.
help if you can aid me.
I am Framric, a man of Rohan, proud and true, and I need your help. Orcs have crossed the river, and now they swarm throughout this land, all along the east wall of my homeland. I came south from the world with a party of some 30 riders to investigate what could have drawn the orcs across the Great River. When we arrived, the force was even larger than we expected, and they set upon us. We drove them away, but suffered many losses. and our camp is in disarray. My people could use your help to restore the camp and make safe the border of Rohan. Go to the southwest, near the passages to the Norcrofts. Make your presence known to my brothers if you wish to aid us.
I do wish to aid Rohan.
Rohan calls for aid.
I'm here.
Okay. Get my pick.
There's also a milestone up here, and I will make my milestone.
Yes. She'll grab it. Mr. Uruk Warrior, you're not going to catch him. He's on a horse.
I like the Rohan music a lot, too, so far.
Yeah, I like how you're riding around Rohan with a rider of Stangard title on.
You know, it's just like... not important right now.
Go ahead and just slap him in the face with your name and title. Oh, okay, I'm going to the wrong place. I'm sorry. We need to go to find the lawn. It's south here.
Well, I was going to stop here and grab the stable master and turn in the one quest.
Fine. We got a long ways to go anyway. I'll follow you over there. Get the stable master and wait for me.
Okie doke.
And I'll be there shortly.
Okie dokie Loki. Mansig's encampment. Sailbold. This is the one from Framric.
Yes. And you bring an orc into camp.
Surely there's enough people here to... Is he just attacking me? He's not even...
Yeah, this guy over here is asleep. Well, technically he's in.
Yeah.
You get the stable master.
Yes. Nowhere to go with him yet, but yeah.
It's a start.
There's a lot of quests here.
Yeah. Yeah, there's lots to do in Rohan.
Okay.
So
what level do I have to stop leveling at?
you can go to 80.
Okay. I probably will push to 80 at some point.
Yeah.
Because I want to do all these quests for these people.
Right now.
I told you before, I had to do the Rivendell quest because I wanted the horse.
Yeah.
When we get to Rohan, I'm doing it again.
Well, it helps. Thank the Hammerhand for that. Hey, I'm a brawler. I'm all about Helm Hammerhand. We can use every pair of strong arms we can get. We rode from Harwick with enough men and horses to investigate the troubling reports of orc activity in the West Wall. But we were not prepared for what we found as we began pitching our tents and unloading supplies. We were set upon by a contingent of orcs. The battle was made the fiercer by its sudden joining, and though we drove off the enemy, we suffered many losses. Ask me anything and I will tell you, but if you have a moment, could you seek to comfort our wounded? Sure, we'll run around.
Won't take but a minute. There's so many of them around here.
Yes. I only got 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There you go. Just checking your bandages and stuff, buddy. Seeing you alright. Alright, go back over here. Thank you. Many of those men will need to be borne back to Harwick to rest from their injuries, but until we can return from the world to the world, we must do what we can for them here. Ask me any questions you like, and I will answer as best as I may. You will find work here if you seek it. We must recover from the orc attack and regain the initiative to succeed in our errand. Alright.
Hit the milestone.
You got the milestone?
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and milestone here.
Around the corner. You complete all the Eastwold's quests, you get 3 golden tokens of the Rittermark.
Yeah, there will be, once again, they will have, there's actually a couple of different factions through Rohan.
Yeah.
You get reputations up with and can buy stuff from them. But right now we need to check the lawn of Parth Gallon in Eastwold.
Yeah.
It's to the south.
I'll have time to do stuff with Rohan later.
Right? We got to rush through the quest.
I'm a kid in a candy store right now.
Yeah. Well, you'll get a few levels on me. through here. Like I said, I stayed here a long time with Rungren.
I'm sure.
Went all over because Rohan's a big place.
See, I'm torn because I want to do all the Rohan quests, but there's a part of me that's like, well, what if I have a boost that I could use on my captain?
Yeah.
And just bring my captain here and do all the Rohan quests, you know?
Oh, there you go. Do it that way.
Because that way I wouldn't over-level too much. But I also want a Rohan horse on this character.
Fair enough.
So I'm probably going to do some of the Rohan quests anyway.
You'll get a horse going through the main storyline.
Okay. Is it... Like the Rivendell horse has a special pattern. Is it a special pattern horse?
Not exactly.
Okay, so probably still worth getting reputation here for the...
It wouldn't hurt. I'm not going to stop you from questing anywhere, man. For sure.
Probably going to look up what the reputation horses are for Rohan. And see which...
Well, it's not only that, there's... Yeah.
Yes.
Not only that, but, you know, you get those coins, you can get armor, cosmetics, different things.
Yeah. I think the only boost that I have, though, is a 105 boost.
The glade full of dead orcs.
And I don't really want to boost a character above my main, you know?
Yeah.
So I might just wait and boost a different character instead.
There you go.
Oh, what have you found over here? Little dead orcs. Why are some of these orcs buffed? Oh no! Ooh, use it! No, it didn't go off! I clicked on it! I'll revive for free once. I clicked on my ability to heal and it didn't heal me. These guys hit really hard.
Yeah, they did. The archers are real bad.
What is buffing them? I'll try and heal you.
Appreciate it.
Nope, didn't get to heal off in time.
Right.
But I can res you.
I'll revive for free.
Okay.
I got a free revive right here.
Why were they so buff?
We'll stand here for just a second. We'll look to the little gold ring here.
If
you come any closer, I'll got you, man. See if I don't. The Uruk sputters, coughing up blood, and grits his teeth together. He tries to reach the blade lying nearby, but is out of his reach. You must be a friend of his. The one who did this. The Uruk laughs, a guttural sound, and coughs up more black blood. I'll make you a deal. Man, find one of my kind and take a bladder of grog from him. Bring it to me and I will tell you what happened here. Do it, and Maggot will leave me to die, and you will never know what happened. Uruk scowls, and I will know if it's been lying around next to a corpse, so bring me a fresh one. They're playing around here. So you want me to go kill orcs?
Boy,
Okay.
That is for the entire zone, huh?
Huh?
The orcs.
Yeah. Start beating stuff up around here.
Is this Fairtown? That's an orc. I think I'm probably going to wind up leveling anyway, just fighting these guys.
Yeah, you get we're little
under-leveled?
Yeah, a little bit under-level here because they're at 77. So they should give pretty good experience.
That guy should burn to death. A burn takes a pretty good amount. I got a bladder of grog.
John wine.
Did not give it to you, even though we're within range, I think.
All right. That's all right. I'll pick up some. Pick up another.
While he's doing that, just a reminder, tomorrow we'll be talking about the regular podcast.
Yeah.
Wednesday, you'll be playing Relicta.
Yep.
Trying to finish that.
Yep.
Thursday, we'll be talking SCP-001 proposals. And Friday, we'll be doing, I think you got one. Yeah, you did. Be doing Liza P. trying to finish that. You know, we're trying to get some stuff wrapped up before the end of the year.
Right? Give it here. The dying Uruk takes a gulp from the grog and seems to reinvigorate him. Ah, that did the trick. That's the stiff. That's your stuff. You want to hear what happened here? All right. You want to know what happened in this place? I was lying here, cut down in battle and left for dead, and an orc came running by, and he just reached down and stole my purse of gold. I was too hurt to keep him from taking it. Pox upon the magnet-faced slime. You track him down, man. He ran off to the southeast. He would want to find high ground. You'll know him by the scavenged and mismatched armors and more wears. Get me gold back. He laughs weakly. Only then will I tell you what happened here. Okay. So we got a couple.
Arth Golem is down there with another stable master and another
And
milestone.
it goes past to collect this purse. So
Yeah. So we can grab
we'll
it
go
on the way.
A few minutes pass. We'll run. I've got something chasing me.
A spirit hound, I do believe.
Stop. Yeah. Yes.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I used the heal early this time. Didn't take the chance. Got the purse of gold. I think he gave it to you too.
He did. Oh! Beat that guy and flew off the ledge. Yeah, that's not too far away. Run back and give it to him, find out what happened here, and then gotta get to Parth Galan.
Yep. You are being chased, my friend.
Uh-oh.
Oh, click off.
Yeah. There we go.
Sound broke for a second there.
Yeah, it did. Nice. The Dead Orc Glade.
Good name.
Yes. Well done. The orc now knows that Zurlock can reach even from the grave for his vengeance. Ah. Zurlock's laughter is interrupted by a fit of coughing, but he does not seem to mind. It feels good to have me gold again. No one steals from me and lives, even if I must get vermin like you to carry out my will. But you wanted to hear a tale of what happened to this place, and now I will tell you. This is a tale, man, and may it rot your innards slowly. If you are a friend of he who decorated this glade, it will bring you no comfort. Zurlock bares his teeth and grin. I was with Ugluk's company of Isengarders, and my orders were to capture halflings, alive, unspoiled, and unsearched. It was. I asked no questions, and no one with sense would have either. Orders was orders. We found two of the little worms. They bit, they did, and stabbed at us with sharp knives, killed some of us not far from here. But some of the boys picked them up. They struggled, but they had no strength. We made it to this glade when Zerluk's body is racked by another fit of coughing. Once this coughing subsides, Zerlock continues his accounts. He came charging out of the trees. A man possessed his sword whirling around him in a wide arc. We had to fight. He killed many of us. We had to retreat. We doubled back on him, and he made his way down the hill in the company of many archers. Many archers. Zerlock laughs. Laughter bubbles out of him noisily. He gave me this gash across my belly, and I fell here. I pretended to be dead. The warrior did not last much longer than that. He was still alive when his friends arrived, but Zerlock's breath has gone ragged, but he still has enough life to look up at you slyly. This warrior had friends with him, and they arrived too late to save him. Another man, an elf, and a dwarf. They were preparing to carry the warrior away when Zerlock grins. When Ugluk's boys circled around and slew them all. The elf loosed all of his arrows, see them all around, and the dwarf killed many. There's no use, they joined their friend in death. This is my tale. Now leave me to die. I am content.
Something doesn't seem right there.
All right.
I feel like he is,
A liar,
Yeah.
fat orc liar.
yeah.
It's exactly what he is.
It is an interesting thing to do to somebody playing the game, though. To give them that account. And have them try to figure out what happened there, you know?
Yeah.
Because your first thought when you see all the arrows and the man died there and he put up a good fight is like, Boromir. And then you go, wait, but that shouldn't have been this far south. Unless it just spread that far south. But then, like, oh, well, no, like, Gimli, Legolas, and
Well, hold
Aragorn
on.
don't die here.
Now you see this? Discarded pack. There's our eye.
Oh.
You discover the grassy lawn. There's a stable master.
Greetings, friend of the Rohirrim.
Hello, ma'am. Okay. So where was that pack? Oh, there it is over here. Discarded pack. Need to get this. All right, we're gonna stop here.
Okay.
This makes us play Boromir.
Sir, did you just shoot me?
So
We're trying to end the stream.
mugged him.
Thank you. Don't forget, before we stop the stream, you gotta get your reward track because it's about to go away.
Yes, reward track starts over again Wednesday. So make sure if you're playing, make sure you go up here, click by your character, go down, click reward track if you got it.
I
And
got
get
a
it.
legendary coffer in the maple kite.
Oh, nice. Just another little thing they added to the game.
Don't know if you're high enough level to make use of it yet, Faith, but
Yeah. We're going to get you straightened out, Faith. I got some inside information today, so I'll get you straightened out. Let's go back over here.
so
Yeah, got the
maple kite.
got the kite. Answers runes. Maple coffer kite. Not bad. Made it to 15. You're flying your kite.
Yes,
Okay, Trey.
I'm flying my kite in Rohan.
Oh, fly a kite.
We finally made it.
I've got my currency scat for ancient scripts. I got too many. I need to do some stuff with that.
Yes,
Ah.
Rohan kite.
Yeah, take a look. Go under, okay, all the way on your bar. On the bottom, you see this little arrow pointing up, and it brings up this menu. Go up to character. Don't click because it's just going to come out automatically. Go out here and go down, or you can hit Shift-I to go to the reward track. But you get it that way. When you click it, it'll show you this. If you got, as you get experience, I think you have to get legendary items first.
I think so too, but
I don't know that. Do not click the shortened account. That's not what we're doing.
right.
All right?
I'm gonna leave this camp alone before next week. I'm gonna go back up and do quests for this camp. That's why I left my milestone.
Good
there.
call. All right. Well, we went through it right. We'll be back tomorrow with a regular podcast of reviews, announcements, news, among other things. Wednesday, play a game, play Relicta. We already got that figured out. No voting tomorrow night. We're going to go through Relicta to do that. Thursday, we got SCP to look at. Do that. Going to look at some of the stories and stuff.
Need to be level 45 to
I've done the Mario quest.
Thanks,
Thank you
Jinjar.
very much, Jinjar. I'll make it straight right there. Get us back on track for that. And then Friday, you did a long Lies of P quest
Yeah,
last
we're gonna
Friday.
do another one this Friday.
Okay, do another. You started early again? Okay, so at 5. Normally we say Monday through Friday, 8, 7 Central, but this Friday we started at 5. We'll be always doing something here. I think we've got everything covered. So, until next time, I've been Rungren.
I'm in Drake.
It's been the Full Spectrum. Please remember to enjoy the full spectrum that LOTRO has to offer.